Sabrina, you wrote a really affecting story for The Guardian about what it was like to be a Muslim woman covering Trump during when he was announcing the Muslim ban. What was the response to that piece?
I was very fortunate that because I was very afraid to open up about that experience, the response was very supportive and positive on both sides. And I've covered Republicans, I've covered Democrats over the last 6 years, and I think people who know me as a reporter know that my only intention here was to try and contextualize how what we so easily dismiss as political rhetoric can actually impact communities, because if you have that interaction with the community, you are seeing firsthand how a soundbite actually changes someone's entire perception of being an American, of being here, and of creating fear within communities of what might come. And also to try and just, you have certain types of racism and xenophobia that have long been around, but this political discourse around Muslims is still fairly new and it's recent. And this particular election cycle was when it was at its most vitriolic. And so I think that it's helpful for when you look at how few Muslims there are in newsrooms to begin with. In some cases, there are none. I felt it was helpful to try and just provide that perspective so that your colleagues can see things in somewhat of a different way. Because it's true, I kind of wrote a line that said, it occurred to me in that moment that if someone says Pakistan, there are a lot of my own colleagues in the media who will just immediately think of this very frightening place. I mean, that's just the perception. They're not thinking like, oh, if someone bans people from Pakistan from entering the country, oh, that's like Sabrina's entire family, right? Because they don't think about that. And it's not to say, you could debate the policy all you want, but people need to know who the words are affecting and who the policies would impact. And so I think it was more to just share some perspective so people understand that these aren't just words and these aren't just sound bites.